Okay, last week I reviewed a movie called The Cake Eater starring Twilight's Kristen Stewart, who I also loved in Adventureland. Well, now a new indie film with her Adventureland co-star Jesse Eisenberg is out called The Education of Charlie Banks. Now the plot is actually very interesting, as Charlie Banks, played by Eisenberg, is an outcast, deemed as a nerd, whatever, by many, and was tortured emotionally most of his life by a bully named Mick. He's played here by Jason Ritter, son of the late great John Ritter. Back when they were teens, Charlie witnesses Mick beat up a couple of guys nearly to death and rats him out, and the police find out as well. So years later in college, Mick returns to visit a mutual friend of his and Charlie's, still not knowing that it was Charlie that ratted him out, and of course that creates some uneasiness within Charlie's mind. Then between Charlie and Mick come a strange relationship. It starts to abound. Mick's visit turns into a near permanent stay as he inserts himself almost quite well into the group of higher education snobs. While Charlie struggles with both the past and the present, it's eating at him as what he's going to do in this situation. Now, the film is actually directed by Fred Durst, the former lead singer of Limp Bizkit, well, I guess current or whatever, and he shows here that he may very well be a force to be reckoned with in the world of directing. But I find Durst was maybe a little overly ambitious here, as some scenes weigh down this movie, and it's trying way too hard to kind of it's a way too hard kind of effort, if you will, to try to make a point. The woes and conflicts of the characters are very well done, but the movie never seems to build the eagerness that a story like this requires within the viewing audience. It needs to have a little more tension and uneasiness, and just some scenes where we're just like right to the screen like that, pretty much. And I'm not saying it needs to be a suspense film, but even dramas like this need to build up a little intrigue of where it's going. And while they did try that, it didn't come across very well, at least not to me. Despite this, Eisenberg does a great job here and has really shown that he can really be a great actor one day, I think. As for Jason Ritter, this is his movie. He gives an outstanding performance, showing that natural talent runs in that family, let me tell you. However, the gripes I have with this film just make it an effort that had the right idea but just really didn't pull it off correctly. So 2 stars out of 5 for The Education of Charlie Banks.